My name is Xiyu Zhao. This presentation of visualization of air traffic strikes and wildlife animals, and is focused on the main animals category and species and cost strikes, and whereas the severity of damages. In addition, I will also explain the phase of fly and feed above the ground to explore the most dangerous phase in which the strikes likely to occur. The first dashboard is an overview the wildlife strikes map. And there are four maps in the total size we have for animals category. There are birds, bats, reptiles, and terrestrial mammals. For these four maps, we can see that strikes caused by the bird and the terrestrial mammals are extensive in the US. Will reptile and the bats cause strikes have their relatively calm situation zones, especially according to the depth of the green color. We know that the state with California and Texas, we have large number of the collisions. Following the overview, I would like to let you through category and species and more closely related strengths. I use the three dimensions at the dashboard, and their total cost effect is damage and aircraft time out of service. From this perspective of the cost, we can see the birds account of the majority of the cost, up to the $289 million and total in the last 15 years. Terrestrial members rank to the second with the total cost in the $33 million. From this perspective of the effect of the damages, substantial and destroyer strikes are mostly caused by bird as well, with the 866 strikes and 54 strikes individually. Their terrestrial members caused 89 substantial strikes and 7-3 strikes. From the perspective of the aircraft time out of the service, birds should be banned with the 159,354 hours, and the terrestrial members cost the 69,901 hours of the service. In the other two categories of the animals have a little damage. Inspired by the visualization in the preview dashboard, we did like to through bird deeply the dashboard. I want to know which the species account for the majority of strikes. So around bird groups and species illustrated here. Here I use the technique descending ranks to obtain the better insight. Now we can see the groups such as the shallow and the martin, ghosts, kittiwakes, and doves are top three birds group with the more strikes. More specifically, species with the mourning dove, ghosts, brown-tailed owl, sparrows, and bull shawler should be paid attention to, giving their outstandingly large number to strikes. Informed by the preview of two dashboard, then I decide to explore the time series of the top four bird species from 201 to 2050. From the time series, we can see that all the 5 species experienced a upward, excluding the typical decrease in 2050. Now, to get more insight about the top 5 aircraft here, I pick additional dimensions to phase of flight to explore the most dangerous phase we strike happen. From the two charts, we can see that most strikes are accurate near ground. The phase of approach cam, landing roll, and takeoff run. All the 5 bird species share to the similar pattern. After going through all the validation, present the conclusion of it. First, the streaks frequently happen in the California and Texas with a typically large number of streaks compared to other states. Secondly, birds should be the first to blame, and the bird made the most damage and account for the majority of the cost. That said, the bird account for the around 72% of total air traffic time out of 30. Thirdly, there are the top 5 species with the highest streak rate of the bird species, the cost increasing straightened. As the last, we can see the near group bits such as the chicken, landing row, and takeoff around the mostly expanded bird streaks. There are 4 recommendations. Firstly, the recommends the California and Texas increase the investment, the training of the equipment for the bird streaks. Secondly, the recommended airports pay more attention to bird control measure. Thirdly, the comments focus more on the identify bird species, developing relative technique, strategies, and action from the bird stress prevention and mitigation. And the last recommends airports to the present near ground bird stress prevention during the phase via the enhanced air traffic control and monitoring the bird activities. Lastly, I would like to review the relevant visualization technique mentioned above. Firstly, the use the map is one of the most direct tool to grasp the grasp of the big picture. Because the section in the useful, its green color set are good to use. Secondly, the use the shape such as the square to powerful. Similarly, the use the line chart can present the time series to the streaks perfectly. Finally, interactivity has been emphasized throughout all the presentation, leveraging filter for the animal groups.